This is for Steve Bicker, KCBS. For either one of you guys, how did Draymond Green's absence affect you offensively and also defensively?
I think from a mental standpoint, it wasn't about anybody that was on the floor. You know, we had a mindset that we wanted to come in here and just try to extend our period, you know, and have another opportunity to fight for another day. That was our main concern, and we was able to do that.
Next row back. Oh, you have a follow-up?
Just wanted to know if Kyrie had anything to say.
Yeah, I agree with Bron.
LeBron right here. Tariq Majedi, Afghanistan basketball. Last year after Game 5, I think I asked you a question that made significant headlines, and yeah, the answer was very controversial. Does a game like this, in which you break crazy records, does it remind you of what inspired you to say that last year?
Our coaching staff gave us a great game plan, and as one of the leaders of the team, we just went out and executed. And you got a guy like this who's very special. It's probably one of the greatest performances I've ever seen live. You know, put on the show that he did. You know, you just go out and just follow the keys and play winning basketball. We did that tonight.
Eric on the right.
Eric Pincus, Basketball Insiders. Gentlemen over on this side. The both of you carried the offensive load on scoring for your team. Is that something that you can sustain? Is that something that is welcome, or is that something that you need to go back a little bit to the drawing board and get it spread out a little bit more?
I think our spacing was pretty good tonight in terms of where guys were positioning in our weak side action, which I've been talking about almost this whole series, waiting for it to happen, and it happened. And guys were in the spots, and it allowed myself and Bron to see a lot of driving lanes, but also if we saw guys coming over to help, we were ready to spray out to our teammates. Now, mind you, to repeat a performance like this would, definitely be tough. But whatever it takes to win, I know myself and he over there, as well as echoing to my teammates, are willing to do. We'll be very well prepared for Game 6. But that's the only thing that's on our mind right now is we're not satisfied. We understand the magnitude of what Game 6 means for us at home. And we know that it'll be an incredible level that they're going to play at, and we have to play at an even better level.
Your efficiency tonight, I mean, you were scoring consistently throughout the game at a very high clip. Is there something that is it a focus? What enabled you to perform like that and carry that through over the course of the entire game?
Just sticking with our game plan and going off the trust of my teammates, and as well as getting a lot of opportunities in transition that we weren't necessarily taking advantage of in Game 4, whether for whatever reason. But I think as well as the way we spaced out our lineups, and when guys were coming in, relieving us and giving us a few minutes here and there, it gave us an incredible amount of energy that we needed to sustain the high level that we were playing at. So,
Joe on the right side.
Joe Varden, Cleveland.com. LeBron, you just mentioned that Kyrie's game tonight was one of the best performances you've ever seen, and maybe that'll affect how you answer this, but how does your game, the way you play tonight, compare with your Boston game from 2012, the 45 and 15?
I think the main thing is that we was able to give ourselves another chance. And, going into Boston, being down 3-2, we understood that, hey, listen, the season is over if we don't go out and try to take care of business. And being a big part of our success, I had to, come out and do some things that to help us win that ball game. And tonight was just another example of that. I understood the magnitude of this game. I knew how great of a team we were playing, but, I just had to come out and just, I know my teammates trusted me, I trust them, and that was the result of it.
Chris in the back left.
Chris Haynes, Cleveland.com. And both of you guys have, talked about all series about, trying to play the right way and make sure, other guys stay involved. But I want to know, curious, before this game, did you guys know going in that it would have to take this, what you guys did, 82 points combined, in order to get this win? Did you guys know you have to take it to another level?
At this point, it's whatever it takes. Obviously, making shots and things of that nature is something that sometimes you really can't control. Sometimes the ball go in, sometimes it don't. How hard you play, how locked in you are on the keys to get a victory on what the coach staff put out for us. But obviously, this guy was special, and we rode him to the victory line.
Dave in the front.
Dave McMenamin, ESPN. Kyrie, the way you and LeBron match each other or mix with each other on the court has been scrutinized a lot for the last 2 years in terms of whether there's redundant skills or whether you both need the ball in your hands. But is this a testament to how you guys have been able to play off one another and enhance each other's game? And when did you find like the right mix between each other?
When we stopped caring about what everyone else said. Honestly, what goes on in our locker room, I've said it multiple times, as long as we're taking care of what's going on in our locker room internally, we can power through anything. And obviously it's not going to look perfect every single game. We understand that. But I think that the trust factor was just a big thing that has just been continuous and been consistent as we've continued to grow together. Just finding where he likes the ball, where he wants the ball, how effective he is around the perimeter as well as in the post, and just giving him space to work, but as well as finding areas where I can be effective. The value of both of us as well as the rest of the team and how we're spacing is very important, and it just took a while to figure that out. But once we did, we just can just play our game and play basketball. That's what it's about.